Hello everyone, Coach Kate here. Today we're talking about the foot tripod. Your feet have legs. So just like a three-legged stool, you want all those legs to be in contact with the ground for stability. It's the same thing with your foot tripod. In our last video, we talked about the foot arches, and the foot arches make up your foot tripod. So it's a triangle under your feet that starts at the middle of your heel and goes to the base of your big toe or the top of your metatarsal head here, and then to the base of your pinky toe and back to the heel bone. So this triangle is where forces are transmitted between your feet. And we want to have equal weight distribution because this will give our foot and our body more stability when we're standing, moving, and walking. So it's very similar to that three-legged stool, and we can also think about it as a three-wheeled motorcycle. And when all three wheels are on the ground, we can generate more stability and more power. Same thing with the foot tripod. If we only had two wheels on the ground, we're not going to be as stable and we're not going to be as swift or quick. And when it comes to preventing falls, we need quick reflexes. So training our awareness of our foot tripod and finding that equal weight distribution will improve our stability when standing, our gait efficiency when walking, and improve balance. So let's get, it will also lead to healthier feet. If you have unequal weight distribution, it can lead to foot problems because it's going to lead to stress and strain on different areas of the foot. So you could end up with foot pain at the ball of your foot. You can end up with plantar fasciitis, hammer toes, bunions. So it's super important and it's not really talked about. And we know balance is that ability to maintain your trunk over your base of support, which are your feet. So having a good stable base of support with good strong foot arches and awareness of this foot tripod is huge. The other part that we're going to be talking about today, because if we have 28 bones and 33 joints in our feet. So this makes them an incredible structure and also an incredible sensory gateway to movement, because we know all those proprioceptors love to live in and around joints. And with 33 joints in the foot, if these joints are compressed from tight shoes, or if we just have weak muscles in our feet, our nervous system is going to compress and tighten the joints around our feet. So we're going to open up our foot joints today with some foot mobility work, and then with our Move More board, with or without the board, we're going to be doing range of motion exercises, once again to support those foot arches, which supports the function of the foot tripod. And we're also going to be strengthening the intrinsic muscles of the feet. We have 22 intrinsic muscles in our feet, and we want to strengthen those in addition to the extrinsic muscles, which 12 come from our lower leg and into our foot. So we're going to do all that today. So let's get started. So find a comfortable seated position. You want your hips aligned with your knees or slightly above to take any stress or pressure off the knees. Sit nice and tall, find those sits bones, and let's get started with our spinal flexion and extension. So I invite you to place 2 fingers on your sternum and inhale, bringing your heart forward. Exhale, press your heart back. As you inhale forward, feel your pelvis tilt forward. Exhale, round back, feel that pelvis tilt back. Inhale forward, exhale back. 2 more times. And as we're inhaling forward and exhaling, we're moving all those vertebrae in our spine and releasing cerebrospinal fluid to help nourish our beautiful brain. And back. Now find that neutral point between the pelvic tilt forward and back, and you'll be on those sits bones, sitting up nice and tall. preferably away from the back of your chair, so you'll be strengthening the muscles around your spine. And let's start now with a little slide walking. So we're going to extend the right leg and extend left arm and feel our torso turning towards that extended leg, and then switch sides. So we're just warming up those quadriceps as we extend the leg, and warming up the hamstrings as we bring that heel behind the knee, always in a comfortable, pain-free range of motion. So sweep it across, sweep it across, sweep it across, sweep it across. So just warming up here, reach, reach, and this coordination is a little brain tickle as well. So this rotational pattern, this counter rotation, this is what happens when we walk. We want to maintain nice flexibility in our thoracic spine, that upper spine. A lot of times it gets stiffer as we age. Beautiful. One more on each side. Last one here. Beautiful. Palms face forward. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky. Palms face each other. Bring your elbows down. Let's warm up those shoulders with an alternating shoulder press. So press that right arm up and down. Up and down. Always move through that comfortable, pain-free range of motion. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Now bring both arms up. Sweep your arms back with a little hip hinge here. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky as you reach from your fingertips. Shoulder blades come down towards your waist and hinge forward. Sweep. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. Now inhale, up, and reach your left hand over to your right knee, and with your right hand, reach up on an inhale, extending from the crown of your head. Exhale, side bend to your left. Tilt your chest gently to the sky. Open up that right side body. Breathe deeply here. Big inhale. On an exhale, come back to center. Bring both arms high to the sky. On an exhale, take your right hand to your left knee. Inhale, reach that left arm high to the sky, extending from the crown of your head. Exhale, side bend over to your right. Subtly turn your chest up to the sky. Look up. Breathe deeply, opening up that left side body. Inhale, exhale, come up using those abdominals. And let's do some shoulder shrugs here. Inhale, lift your shoulders high to your ears. Exhale, relax them down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, relax down. 3 more times. Inhale, up, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, relax those muscles. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Shoulder rolls. Lift your shoulders straight up. Exhale, roll them back and down. Inhale, lift your shoulders straight up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, back and down. Last one. Inhale, up. Exhale, back and down. Relax those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky. Interlace your fingers. Bring them down to chest level. Inhale, turning to your right. Follow your thumbs with your eyes. Exhale, turn left. Inhale, right. Exhale, left. So track that thumb crease. And left. Inhale and exhale. So a little spinal twist here. And exhale, come back to center. Now on an inhale, turn to your left. And exhale, right. Inhale and exhale. 3 more times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Relax your hands down on your thighs. Our next stretches. Inhale, lift and lengthen from the crown of your head. Exhale, lower chin to chest. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Make that spine as tall as you can. Exhale, relax down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, turn to your right. Make sure those shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. Inhale, come center. Exhale, turn left. Inhale, come center. Exhale, lower right ear to right shoulder. Press that left elbow down. Breathe deeply, relax, and lengthen the left side of your neck. Now point your chin towards your armpit, opening up a little different part of your neck. Breathe deeply here. Now roll your chin across your chest so you point your chin towards your opposite armpit. Feel that opening and lengthening in the right side of your neck. And now bring your left ear towards that left shoulder, lower that right elbow, and open up that right side of your neck. Beautiful. Inhale, come center, nose circles. So lower your chin to your chest. Inhale, lifting your chin up. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. One more time in this direction. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. When you come to center, reverse direction. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, come down. Make the circles as small or as large as it's comfortable for you. Up and down. Beautiful. Let's do a little torso rolls. So let's inhale, lift and lengthen from the crown of our head. Exhale as we come down over our right thigh, our left thigh. Inhale, coming back. Exhale, down. Inhale, back. Exhale, down. Inhale, back. When you come to center, reverse direction. So nice big inhale, always lengthen your spine. Exhale, come down. Inhale, back. Exhale, down. Inhale, back. And exhale, down. Beautiful. So now let's get started with our toe lifts to strengthen those medial longitudinal arches and strengthen the anterior tibialis. So lift your right toe up as close as you can to your shin and lower down. Left toe lifts and lower. So you can do these exercises with or without the Move More board. It's more effective with the board because you're building strength with the resistance. At the same time, you're building range of motion right here, right now at your ankle. Lift and lower, lift and lower. So extend your opposite arm as you lift that opposite toe and come back. Punch, alternate, punch, 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 punch. Last time alternating. And now let's lift both toes with both arms forward and back in a seated row. Punch forward, pull the shoulder blades together. Punch forward, pull shoulder blades together. Push and pull, push and pull as we lift the toes and lower. Last one, lift and lower. Now let's get those heels lifting up. So right heel lifts as high as you can, lower down. Left heel up and down. Right and down, left and down. Now punch downward across your thigh, opposite arm, opposite heel lift and back. Punch down and back. Punch down as you lift, lift and punch down, lift and punch down. Don't forget to smile. This is really fun. So we're working that posterior tibialis and the soleus muscle to help give that medial longitudinal arch some strength. That posterior tibialis is the main support of that medial longitudinal arch. We want to keep it nice and strong to have efficiency when we're walking, to be able to absorb energy and release energy. Beautiful. Last one. And now let's lift both heels up with a seated row and push as you lower down. Lift and lower. Pull back as you lift those heels up. Push out. Lift up. Push out. Lift and squeeze the shoulder blades together. As we squeeze those shoulder blades together, we're strengthening our upper back for better posture, which means better balance, better movement. Beautiful. Now, last one with the heel lifts. Now let's combine toe lifts with that press forward and heel lifts with a pull back. Lift those toes, lift those heels. Press forward, pull back. Press forward, pull back. So these two muscles work together to support the medial longitudinal arch, which is part of your foot tripod. Push forward, push back, push forward, pull back. Last two, push forward, pull back, push forward, pull back. Beautiful. Now, if you have a little Pilates squishy ball, grab your ball and sit nice and tall. We'll do some marching now for our hip flexors and to strengthen our abdominals. So bring your right knee up, tap it with your left hand, and then come back up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down, up and down, up and down. So lift your knee, tap, lift your knee and 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 tap. Beautiful. Let's go to that right side, lifting for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Over to the left, lift, 2, 3, 4, to our right side for 2, 2, left side for 2, and now alternate for 4. This is 4, 3, whoop, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Just shake it out. Relax all those muscles that we've been working. I got to straighten my board out here. And now I invite you to place your ball between your knees. If you don't have your ball, a ball, 2 fists to keep your knees aligned with your hips so the movement's coming from our ankles. So squeeze that ball together with your knees, strengthening your knees and your midline with your inner thighs as well as your abdominals. Windshield wipers, turn your toes to the right and turn your head to the right. Turn head left and turn toes left. Turn right, turn left. So here we're strengthening the muscles on the inside and the outside of the lower leg. Once again, it's the peroneals on the outside of the leg and the posterior tibialis on the inside. We can make rainbow arms here if that's on your menu. Another option are bow and arrow arms. Pull, 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 pull. 2 more on each side, working that lower leg. Pull, last one right, last one left. Beautiful. Shake it out. Working those hips next with our open and close. So let's bring our ankles and knees together. As we do that, we're going to do goalpost arms today because it was just the Super Bowl. And open up and then come together with our elbows together. Open up and together. So we're working those muscles around the hips, the glute medius, the glute minimus. Super important to maintain stability at our pelvis. We don't want a wobbly pelvis. Having nice strong glutes here means better stability, better walking efficiency, faster speed to walk, and better balance. Inhale and exhale. Inhale deeply into your low belly. Exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, squeeze those shoulder blades together, working your upper back. Squeeze together. Open and close. Last time, open, hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now bring ankles and knees together, working those inner thighs. Press your ball. Inhale, lift and lengthen from the crown of your head. Exhale, lift your pelvic floor from 12 and 6 and 3 and 9. Brace your abdominals. You'll be feeling incredible core work from your pelvic floor up your core to your chest, and relax. Shake it out. Please place the ball between your knees. Squeeze, strengthening the midline here. And this is, we're gonna do some toe smiles, which is a little variation on inversion and eversion. So I invite you to lift your toes, like your toes are pencils, the big toes are pencils, and we're gonna bring our toes over to the right, and then swoop down, and then lift to the left, to the right and left. So while one foot is doing a bit of inversion, the other foot's doing a little eversion. So right and left toe smiles, right and left, right and left, right and left. Two more, right and left and right and left. Beautiful. Shake it out. Let's go to our merry-go-round. So we're strengthening those tendons, muscles, and ligaments around our knees. So feet and ankles come together, making circles with our feet. Push feet forward, open up out to the sides, together, push upward. If this irritates your knees, make the circles a little smaller. Push upward, outward, downward, together. Push upward, outward, downward, together. One more time. Upward, outward, downward, together. Hold it here. Strengthening from our pelvic floor on up. Press your ball. Inhale, lift and lengthen from the crown of your head. Exhale. Lift your pelvic floor from 12 and 6, 3 and 9. Brace your abdominals. Continue breathing. And relax. Shake it out. Let's go to skiing, and then we're going to do our merry-go-round in the opposite direction. So I invite you to place your ball between your knees. And for skiing, it's a combination of pronation and supination. So we're going to roll onto the outside edge of one foot and the inside edge of our opposite foot. And then we're going to roll to the inside edge of the opposite foot, outside edge and inside edge. And then switch and switch. And let's do a little seated row here as we plant our poles skiing. Switch sides, switch, switch. Turn with your skis. Turn, 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 and turn. Beautiful. Last one. Shake it out. Let's go back to our merry-go-round in the opposite direction. So ankles and knees come together, heels come downward, outward, upward together. Downward, outward, upward together. And for a little coordination, when we bring our feet upward and together, we can switch the ball between our hands, tickling our cerebellum, which is always good, the center of balance and coordination. Last two. Last one. Beautiful. Ball back between your knees, squeeze to strengthen. V heel lift. So point your toes outward and lift those heels up and lower down. Lift up, lower down. Let's do a little sweep of the arm up, sweep of the arms back. Sweep up as your heels lift up and back. This is a very difficult exercise as we are really strengthening that posterior tibialis muscle, giving it lots of love. It's an important stabilizer of the lower leg and your foot arch. Foot arches. Sweep up, sweep down, sweep up, sweep down. Last two. Last one. Beautiful. Shake it out. For our quadriceps and our abdominals, we're going to do an X factor, making an X with our feet. So I invite you to bring ankles and knees together and then extend that left leg up and extend your left arm over that left leg as your right leg comes back at a diagonal. Come back to center. Switch sides. Reach. Back to center. 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 Reach. Reach. Last one now on each side. Last one. And that's the last one for sure. All right. Alphabet writing is next. Please place your ball between your knees. Lift your toes. We're going to spell foot tripod in honor of that stable, supportive surface under your feet. So pretend those big toes are pencils, uppercase letters, F, O, O, T, space, tripod, T, R. This is working the ankle, and I, all ranges of motion, P, O, D. Bravo. Okay, that's it for the Move More board. So I invite you, if you have a board, take your feet out of the footbeds, hinge at the hips, grab hold of your board, put it off to the side, and get ready for your sit to stand. So sitting forward on your chair, feet are about hip distance apart, toes are pointing forward, heels are slightly behind your knees. Inhale, lift and lengthen from the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge from your hips. When you feel your weight over your feet, press your feet into the floor and push your hips forward. Come on up. And now I'm going to move the chair to the side here, but please feel free on these standing exercises. We're going to start with our foot awareness for our foot tripod. Have a wall handy or have your chair handy for support as needed. You always want to feel safe when you're doing any balance work. And right now we're going to do a little awareness of our foot tripod, because if we're not standing equally on our feet, it can lead to stress and strain, foot problems, and pain. So, neutral stance. Feet are about hip distance apart, toes are pointing forward. Soft knees. Those knees should be rolling over your second and third toes. Okay? Now stand, and with good posture, our ears are over our shoulders, shoulders are over our hips, our ribs are not flared, they're right over the pelvis. So standing, and feel now your foot tripod. Base of your big toe, little toe, and heel. Where is your weight distributed? Is it more on your left foot or your right foot? Do you feel equal weight distribution? Do you feel more in the front of your foot than the back of your foot? Tune in to the bottom of your feet, and actually, if you can, go barefoot. It was cold in here, so I put my socks on, but I'm warm now. So it's best to be with bare feet. Feel base of your big toe, little toe, and heel. And this is constantly moving. So right now, lock your knees and just shift your weight forward a little bit and feel how that weight shift, you'll feel that weight between your toes, the big toe and little toe. Now gently shift your weight back slightly. Feel more of that weight on your heels. Come back to center. Shift your weight over to your right. Shift your weight over to your left. And now come back to center. I invite you to lift your toes here, splay your toes, gently place your toes down, because as you lift your toes, maybe you can feel your foot tripod a little more. So let's lift those toes one more time. Feel the base of the big toe, little toe to the heel. So tune in. You can close your eyes and take as long as you need. Just feel the foot tripod here. And now we're going to do some foot joint openers. So shift your weight over to your left foot. Bring your right foot about a half a foot forward and turn your toe in. We're going to open up that subtalar joint on the outside of your foot. Lean into the outside of your foot use your body weight here and then roll back. Roll to the edge, outside edge, and back to flat foot. Roll to the outside edge, back to flat foot. Roll to the outside edge, flat foot. One last time. Roll out, back to flat foot. Come back to neutral. Shift your weight over to your right foot. Step forward with your left foot about a half a foot forward. Turn your toe inward and roll to the outside edge of your foot and then back to flat foot. A lot of people find this very relaxing. It feels soothing, opening up those compressed joints, particularly that subtalar joint. That subtalar joint really controls inversion and eversion. So if you have trouble with those range of motion, which most people do, back to neutral, these foot joint openers are fantastic to help with that. Now opening up the subtalar joint on the inside, take a wider step like a side lunge, use your chair as needed or a wall, and shift your weight into that right foot. Feel the base of your big toe, little toe heel. So that's going to give your body the best alignment possible. And now roll onto the inside edge of your left foot and then roll back to center. Roll in, you'll feel your knee coming in and back to center. Roll in, back to center. 2 more times, in, back to center. Roll in, back to center. Beautiful. Come back to center. Shift your weight into this side lunge into your left foot. Feel that foot tripod. Knees and toes are pointing in the same direction. And now roll onto the inside edge of your right foot and back to center. Roll inward, back to center. Feel that knee rolling inward, back to center. 2 more times. Roll inward and outward. Inward, back to flat foot. Last one, inward and outward. Beautiful. Come back to neutral. And for this one, I'm going to turn to the side and take a step back with your left foot. Place the top of your foot onto the ground as much as you can. Have that top of your foot kiss the mat or kiss your rug, whatever you're standing on, and then bend that front knee, slowly lower down and up. So your heel is in line with the back of your knee. Down and up. 2 more. Down and up, down and up. Beautiful. Switch sides, or you're going to use that right foot now. Shift your weight to your left foot. Find that foot tripod. Nice upright posture. Step back with that right foot. That heel's in line with your knee, and pulse down with that left knee and up. 4 more times. Down and up. So we're opening up those joints in the front of the ankle, top of the foot. Last 2, last 1. Beautiful. Just shake it out. If you feel any cramping, it's an indication that your joints need a little more mobility, foot mobility exercises, so it's okay. Now, let's shift your weight to your right foot. Once again, back to the left foot. Bring that left foot behind you. Top of the foot kisses the mat, and allow your heel to roll out to the side. So we're going to open up that outside of the foot joints there. So pulse down and up, down and up, down and up, down and up. Last one, down and up. Beautiful. Shift your weight over to that left foot. Step back with your right foot. Top of your foot kisses the floor. Let that heel roll to the outside. Bend that left knee and up. Bend and extend. Bend, extend. This is 4. This is 5. Beautiful. Shake it out. Shift your weight to your right foot. Step back with your left foot. Top of your foot kisses the mat. Open up that foot about 8 to 12 inches out to the side. Now roll that heel inward. So we're going to be working those, opening up the joints on the inside of the foot. Pulse down with that right knee. for 4, this is 4, 3, bend that knee, 2, and 1. I always get cramps on this exercise. I need a lot more foot mobility there. Now shift your weight to your left foot. Right foot comes behind, top of the foot kisses the mat, open up 8 to 12 inches, roll your heel inward. Bend that front knee and extend. Bend and extend. 3 more. 2, and last one. Beautiful. So we want to mobilize the foot joints and we want to strengthen them as well. We did strengthening exercises with the board and range of motion exercises, so we got 2 for 1 there. But now we're going to strengthen in a standing position and strengthen those intrinsic muscles in the feet. About 22 intrinsic muscles in the feet. So standing in neutral, feet are about hip or shoulder distance apart, toes are pointing forward, soft bend to the knee. We're going to do subtle pronation and supination rolls. So we're going to roll to the inside edge of our feet. That's a little pronation. Keep the toes on the ground. Feel that arch, that medial arch lift. Feel the arch dome lift. And then roll to the outside edge. Feel that energy going across the digits from your base of your big toe to your little toe. And then roll in. Feel the knees slightly come in. Roll to the outside edge. Feel those knees open up and the hips open up. Roll in and out. Last 2, in and out. This can help prevent a lateral ankle sprain, a lateral hip fracture. Roll in and out. Most sprains are lateral, this side. Training that pronation will help your brain get that knee right back up and roll that ankle back up so you avoid an ankle sprain or a hip fracture if you fall on your side. Shake it out here. Another exercise for the intrinsic muscles is forward lean. This is one of my favorite exercises. So for this, first lift your toes, splay your toes. We want to keep space between our toes and gently lower the toes down. We've just increased your base of support to improve your balance and your stability. Now, lock your knees. With our forward lean, everything will stay, you'll stay as stiff as a board from your heels to your head. Pretend you have a rod that's behind you from your head to your heels. So stiff as a board. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lean forward so your heels are still on the ground. I'm going to go back a little bit to be within camera view here. Inhale, come back up to center. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean forward and hold. Strengthening, feel those toe flexors grip the ground. Intrinsic muscles strengthening. The back of your body is strengthening. Inhale, come up. One more time with our forward lean. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, come back to center. Shake it out. Another fabulous exercise to strengthen those intrinsic muscles, the muscles within your foot, is a short foot exercise. So shift your weight over to your right. Let's go to the left. Shift your weight to your left foot. Step slightly forward with your right foot, maybe a half a foot forward. Now with your right foot, lift your toes, splay your toes, gently lower your toes to the ground, and gently press your tips of your toes into the ground to feel that medial longitudinal arch, that arch right here. Lift, and that dome of your arches lift. Hold it for 5 seconds and relax. Let's do that 2 more times. Lift your toes, splay your toes, gently press your toes down, and with about 20% of your maximum effort, press those toes into the ground. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's do that one more time. Lift your toes, splay your toes, lower your toes down, press the tips of your toes down into the ground. Hold it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Does that right foot feel really strong right now in comparison to the left foot? Let's do that left foot, short foot on the left foot. Shift your weight to your right foot. Step forward with your left foot about a half a foot forward or a full foot forward. Lift your toes, splay your toes, gently lower your toes to the mat, press the tips of your toes into the ground, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Lift your toes, splay your toes, lower your toes down, tips of your toes press into the ground, hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. One last time. Lift your toes, splay your toes, working those toe extensors, lower them down, press the tips of your toes into the ground, 20% of your maximal strength. It's just saying hello to the floor. 2, 1, relax, shake it out. I hope your feet feel as amazing as mine. They feel strong and stable. Now, let's do some squats. So squats are one of the most functional movements that we make throughout our day as we get up and down from a chair, up and down from a toilet. Very functional. So place your feet a little wider than hip or shoulder distance apart. Toes can be pointing forward or toes can be pointing outward. I like my toes pointing forward. Just make sure your knees are pointing in the same direction as your toes. With a focused foot focusing on our foot tripod, feel that weight distribution, equal weight distribution here. And as we inhale, shift your, here I'm going to turn to the side here, shift your hips back. Feel that equal weight distribution as you come down. Now brace your abdominals like a 3D corset around your abdominals. Press your toes into the mat, the tips of your toes, and exhale, come on up. Inhale, shift your hips back, your hips go back, you bend your knees, feel that foot tripod, brace your abdominals, press your tips of your toes into the ground, exhale, come up. 3 more times. Inhale, come down, you can extend your arms as a counterbalance, brace your abdominals, press the tips of your toes in the ground, exhale, come up. Inhale, come down, brace your abdominals, press the tips of your toes into the ground, exhale, come up. One last time. Inhale, brace, press toes, tips of toes, exhale, come up. That's an intense squat activating from your feet to your core, your pelvic floor, and your abdominals. Very powerful. Another common movement we need to make during the day when we can focus on our foot tripod is a split stance when we're bending down to pick something up. So I invite you to, step back with your left foot. The heel will stay lifted. With your right foot in front, knee is roughly over your ankle. Inhale, come down, bending both knees. Exhale, press the toes in the front into the mat. Exhale, come up. 4 more. Inhale, bend down like you're reaching something off the floor. Exhale, come up. So just inhale, come down just as far as you can. When you know you can get back up, exhale, press the toes down and come up. Inhale, feel that foot tripod. Exhale, come up. Inhale down, exhale up. Beautiful. Shake it out and let's switch sides. So take a step back with your right foot. Heel is lifted. Knee is roughly over your ankle. If it goes beyond your ankle, it's not a problem. Only a problem if it hurts. So always move through a comfortable, pain-free range of motion. Now inhale, bend your knees, feel that foot tripod so your weight is shifted a bit forward. Press your toes in, exhale, come up. Inhale, come down, brace your abdominals, press your toes in, exhale, come up. 3 more. Inhale down, exhale up. Inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. Beautiful. Shake it out. Now our multi-directional single leg stance, focusing on foot tripod for that stability on that single stance leg. I invite you to shift your weight over to your left foot. And for more stability, lift your toes of the left foot, splay your toes, lower your toes down, shift over, feel the base of your big toe, little toe, and heel. Feel that stability, and now we're going to point and tap our toe front to the diagonal front, out to the side, diagonal back, straight behind us, and then cross midline, bend that front knee, feel that foot tripod, exhale, come up. Beautiful. Let's do that 2 more times. Option is to touch forward or hover your foot forward. Use your chair as needed or your wall for support. Diagonal forward, side, diagonal back, behind you, cross midline, bend your knee, curtsy squat. 1 more time. Tap or hover forward, diagonal, side, nice upright posture, diagonal back, behind you, cross midline, bend that front knee, curtsy squat. Beautiful. Shake it out. This is our last exercise. Woohoo! Shift your weight over to your right foot, your right leg. Lift your right toes, splay them, lower them down. Feel that foot tripod, base of your big toe, little toe, heel. This is telling your nervous system the most stable position that you want to be in, and when you train it, your body can move into these stable positions more quickly and rapidly to rescue yourself from a fall, to feel stable and confident. So weight is shifted, so now tap or hover your left toe forward, top diagonal, out to the side, diagonal back, behind you. Now cross midline, lower down, bend that front knee, come up for your curtsy squat. Tap or hover forward, diagonal, side, behind you, at a diagonal, now straight behind you, cross midline, curtsy squat. Come on up 1 more time. Forward, diagonal front, side, diagonal back, behind you, cross midline, lower that front knee, and press back up. Bravo, bravo. Shake it out. Let's go to our stretches. So find some stability at a wall or your chair, and let's step back with that left leg, bend that front knee, stretching our hip flexor. Both toes are pointing forward. If you need more stability, take a step out with that back leg. Contract the glute of that extended leg. Tuck your tailbone under and feel this opening at your hip flexor here. Hips are squared. To help square them a little bit, you can look over that right shoulder. That'll press that left hip forward a little bit. So nice squared hips. Breathe deeply. Hold your stretch anywhere from 15 to 30 seconds. Breathe. On every inhalation, we're resisting gravity and lengthening from the crown of our head. Beautiful. And now let's do a little Achilles stretch. One hand or both arms sweep up as we lift onto the ball of the foot. Exhale, sweep back. We can lift that opposite toe. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sweep back. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, sweep back. Shift your weight over to that right foot. Bring that left foot that's behind you front with the heel on the ground. Toe is lifted for a hamstring stretch. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Hold your stretch. You should feel a nice stretch at the back of that extended leg. Hold it here. Inhale, come up, keep your feet where they are. Exhale, hinge at your hips, come on down. Hold it. You might feel a little more range of motion on that second stretch. Your brain knows this is a safe position to be in. Inhale, come on up, shake it out, switch sides, extend that right leg back. Left knee is roughly over your ankle. Both toes are pointing forward. Contract the glute of that extended leg, tuck the tailbone under, hold it here, look over that left shoulder so those hips kind of square up here. Breathe deeply and feel just an immense sense of gratitude for your beautiful, wonderful, amazing, resilient body, doing all these exercises to stay strong and stable from your foot tripod on up. And now for a little Achilles, lift onto the ball of your foot, lift one arm or both arms up, and exhale, swing back. You can lift that opposite toe up. Inhale, sweep up, lengthen. Exhale, sweep back, reaching from those fingertips to the toe that's pointing and back. Beautiful. Bring that back leg in front, heel on the ground, toes lifted, hamstring stretch. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hinge at your hips. Feel a beautiful stretch and feel free to hold on to your chair or your wall for support. We're just in stretching phase now, not balancing, but if you feel stable, go for it. Inhale, come up, keep your feet where they are. Exhale, hinge at your hips, come on down. Keep a nice space between your chin and your chest so your neck vertebra is aligned with your upper back. Inhale, come on up, and then find that comfortable chair. Take a seat. I love this hip stretch, our figure four. Sit forward in your chair, extend right leg, cross left leg over right. Lift that left leg up, that right leg if it's on your menu. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky. Palms are facing forward. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Palms face each other. Open those thumbs up out to the side to open up your chest. And smile. You're almost done. Wiggle those fingers. Open and close. Make fists. Bring blood flow to those beautiful fingers. Feel a nice release in the hip of that crossed leg. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky. Exhale, sweep forward as you hinge at your hips, coming forward, perhaps feeling a little more range of motion. Open up those thumbs out to the side so your palms are facing forward. Inhale, come on up. Make circles with those toes, releasing any tension at the ankles. We did a good amount of ankle work, as we always do, because ankles are the primary joint involved in balance. Reverse rotation. And as we talked about in the previous seated ankle mobility video, the ankle mobility is essential to support our foot arches. Beautiful. Let's switch sides. Extend that left leg, cross the right leg over your left. This is a great place to stay. If it's on your menu, roll your right leg up your left into a figure four. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky. Exhale, sweep your arms back as you hinge forward. Open up those thumbs. Oh, and just enjoy a lovely hip stretch. Breathe deeply. Take a moment to notice the effects of your practice today. Inhale, sweep on up. Exhale, hinge at your hips, sweep your arms back. Open up those thumbs, hold it here. That feels so good. My hip is loving this stretch as always. Inhale, come back to center with your torso. Make circles with your toes, releasing any tension in your ankles. Reverse direction. and come back into your seat. Lift your shoulders straight up, circle them back and down. Inhale, lift up, exhale, release them down. Inhale up, exhale, release them down. Inhale, sweep your arms high to the sky. Exhale, place your right hand on your left knee. Take your left arm around your chair. Look over your left shoulder. Use your right hand and your left thigh for a little leverage. Inhale, lift and lengthen from the crown of your head. Exhale, deepen into your twist. Inhale, come center, both arms come high to the sky. Exhale, place your left hand on your right knee or the outside of your right thigh. Your right arm comes behind your chair. Inhale, lift and lengthen from the crown of your head. Exhale, deepen your twist. Use that left hand and your right thigh for a little leverage to deepen your twist. Inhale, come back to center, both arms up overhead. Draw your palms together, down to heart center. Bravo. Congratulations. This is a 55-minute workout. You did a wonderful job, and give thanks for yourself and your amazing body. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.